Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to The Toast and happy Thursday. We made it to the second half of the week. I'm in a better mood. Hey, Jax, how you doing?
Yay. Would you say it feels like a Thursday or a Thursday?
Thursday.
I don't know. It's a little Thursday because
it is actually.
We have so much going on today, culminating with you coming to my house for chicken parm.
Not only that, it definitely feels like a Thursday, and I meant to bring this up yesterday, but it was happening while I was recording, and I don't know if anybody heard, and today you might hear all day yesterday, helicopters all throughout the city. There is a manhunt. Like, everyone I know is like really taking the manhunt really seriously. That there was a shooting of a CEO in New York, and the guy like ran.
Yeah.
And so now everyone's out in the streets. There's cops everywhere. Every street is closed. There was helicopters whirring all day yesterday. So I don't think the shooter's like looking for any of us, but like it is crazy to have like a shooter on the loose.
Yeah, it is.
So in that sense, it's giving Thursday.
It is giving Thursday.
So if you hear helicopters, I am going to run today's audio through like a background noise reducer.
Through a helicopter manhunt reducer?
Yeah, I don't know if they have that setting on my program, but that's what that is.
It's also Durs because usually the Redheads comes out first Thursday of the month in the morning, but we're actually recording today because the Redheads they're hard to get all in one place. So it will be coming
mothers, out. They're podcasters, they're business owners, they're executives.
They're satchels. Do you know how hard it is to nail down a satchel?
I got a piece of satchel last night.
Last night? Oh, at Soto.
Yeah, and I'm wearing my Soto merch. You guys know, like I'm obsessed with the Soto method. Let me just show you guys my new sweatshirt.
Soto method by Parky?
Yeah, by Parky. I work out. Well, not these days, but like I do.
Did once upon a time. No, I didn't mean one time. Once upon a time.
Yeah, about 15 months ago, I committed my life to fitness exclusively via the Soto method, which is actually, I have to give credit to Jackie. She introduced me to her friend Healy from college, who started the Soto method. She's kind of like my best friend now. I think like we would say like she's my friend.
No, like, yeah, you're closer. You see her more and you're closer with her now, but the originator... You're friends with Hillary by way of me.
Correct.
By way. I know I saw videos from the event last night. She's also pregnant. She has shared with twins, right?
That's not a secret. She's 8 months pregnant with twins, and she's like leading this fitness empire, teaching classes. She's making me so
She's
nervous.
Literally an inspiration to women. Like, I want to see her on the Hollywood Power of Women. Like, pregnant with twins, leading a fitness class, like not stopping most gorgeous woman in the world.
So she had a party last night because she opened her very first like flagship studio. She's been doing these pop-ups all over the city and they're so popular. So she has like an official space in Tribeca and she gave a speech. And first of all, everyone was crying. Like she just like had a bunch of people she needed to target, like her chief of staff, her husband, her parents, like her brother, like everyone. And she's such an amazing speaker. She didn't have like, anything written down or anything. And everyone was crying and then she was like, I know people look at me and they're like in awe. I'm 8 months pregnant. I have literally 8 pounds of baby. The babies weigh 8 pounds right now. And like they're pushing on my gallbladder. And she's like, and I know everybody thinks like I'm so crazy and like how hard it is. She's like, and that's life. Like life is hard, but you can do harder things. So like she was basically telling everyone to like do more.
Work harder.
I was like, no, okay.
I love that.
And then I got to see Sachi because Sachi was there too. So it was really nice to just be out with my Sach.
Well, I'll be talking to Sachi for about 75 minutes uninterrupted, except by Dana and Rebecca this afternoon. I finished our book for the Redheads last night, Shred Sisters. Oh, Dana, she knows how to pick them.
In a good or a bad way?
In a Dana way. Like she keeps us literary. Like I would never have read this book. It flew by. Like it was one of those books that's just, I don't know what the point is. We're just passing the passage of time. I think it's about the passage of time and sisterhood. And also a thing that they kept saying in the book, it's about two sisters who are so different. Like me and you. Just kidding. Not like us at all. But they kept saying like, no one will ever love you more than a sister or hurt you more than a sister. And like people say that about sisters. And I'm like, that's not true all the time.
Not my sisters.
No,
like, I don't like that at all.
Even when we read Good Sister, it's like there's always this trope, like the sister, it's like, the best and the worst to have. No, like it's just the best.
No, not for everyone. Like, yeah, there are examples, but like these sweeping generalizations, like don't apply to everyone.
No, everything is different for everyone all the time, but like they just say, that's like the fact about sisterhood. It's like sometimes you love it, sometimes you screw sisterhood. And that's just not been my experience. So I just want to like shed light on the fact that like that's not a universal truth.
Unless you're Victor Garber, of course.
But then it's screw sisterhood all the time.
Correct.
You don't get that love.
I'm I'm so excited to come down to your house. You know, I feel like the last couple of times I've come to visit you, I've just been like, oh, yeah, I'm going to my sister's, whatever. But whenever I come to you in like the dead of winter, it really is like exemplifies why people move to Florida. Like I totally get it. It's so unenjoyable here between the manhunt and the 20-degree weather. Like I gotta go. Mm-hmm. So that's like something I'm looking forward to. And we have Jizno, we have family time. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun weekend. The weather here is like so pargy for us because there's a chill in the air, but it'll be like hot for you.
Winds in the east, a chill coming in.
And it's going to be a great weekend. Tomorrow we'll be together in front of the flamingos.
Yeah, doling out Queenie and Weenie.
Queenie and Weenie. What a long week when you think about it.
How are the stories today?
They actually were stronger than expected. STE.
I like that. Mm-hmm. Stronger than expected.
And so I guess that's what we did last night. Sodo and Shred. Shred and Soda.
Yeah. What else did I do last night?
I made a soup. Because like I said, there's a chill. We've got some runny noses in the house.
Oh, good. Great.
Oh, yeah. You'll be fine. It's literally like just a runny nose.
I'm really excited to see you and Liv and the kids. Like, have the kids been talking? Is everyone just being like, Kojers is coming. Let's wrap presents and give her stuff. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely saying that. They're excited that Romeo's coming. Bruno is like getting his crate ready for two. He like put two blankets.
Yeah, I need a crate.
I mean, Romeo can sleep in Bruno's crate. Bruno doesn't sleep in there. It was just it was a little joke.
No, but you reminded me. Romeo, I've never traveled with Romeo
it's
before.
Fine.
I've never
and we
also
also have a spare crate.
Okay, good.
Romeo's never been to my house.
I don't think so.
Oh, he's in for a treat.
Yeah, and he's like, he's gonna freak when he sees the backyard. Like he's gonna be like, wow, my cousins live like this, and I live in squalor in Manhunt, NYC.
Well,
I'm gonna say yes.
You know, if the plane won't let him on the return flight home, that's okay too.
Imagine, I just like gave up Romeo. By the way, I could never. I haven't even really talked about my journey with Romeo like in recent weeks. You know, it was a slow start for me in Romeo. Let me tell you, there's nobody like him. Like. He is, I actually, and I said this to Ben, and Ben doesn't like when I compare Romeo and Theo. I actually might love Romeo more. No, but the thing is that I so specifically was setting out to find a dog who was a carbon copy clone of Theo that I actually now think of Romeo and Theo as the same dog. So I like the love that I had for Theo just transferred.
What's Romeo's birthday?
December 16th.
And what day did Theo pass?
Like, me and Ben thought this. We thought that they might have crossed, like, on the same day.
No, or he's a reincarnated spirit.
So Theo was dying when Romeo was born. So I think that Theo maybe had one leg in the other universe, met Romeo.
Theo died after December 16th? No, he died early December.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I think there's probably like a week. How long does it take to reincarnate? Do you have to be born on the same day?
I'm not
I feel like there's
sure.
a few days of like, you know, soul passage. I think he's the reincarnated spirit.
I'm trying to find, just give me a second, because me and Ben.
Take your time.
December 14th was when Romeo was born.
Oh, okay.
And then I could tell you, because we did this One's for Due episode.
But that was the day after. Remember, we took the day off.
Yep. December 8th. Okay. 1 week.
1 week?
Exactly. December 7th, Theo died. December 14th, Romeo was born.
I believe it takes 1 week to prepare the soul for reincarnation.
For that significant passage of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Ben have talked this through. So I feel like when I'm looking at Romeo, like I don't even feel guilty about having so much love for him. Like it's literally Theo. It's like I did what I set out to accomplish, which was like literally clone my dog. They look exactly alike.
Copy paste.
Yeah, like I pass a picture of Theo on the fridge, and to me it's Romeo.
That's so sweet. But I'm so excited to see dear Romeo. And Ben, is Ben flying with you? You know, he loves to take a separate flight.
It wouldn't be a trip to your home if me and Ben did not take separate flights. He has an event tonight, and I wanted to come tonight. So it's a Southern Charm premiere, which he's really excited about. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And like Spritz is like, you know, it's like a whole thing.
Southern Charm is on tonight. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Even though I didn't finish watching last season, but I think I'm just going to jump right in. Because if I wait, I'll never watch it.
Yeah.
And they have all these new cast members. So I think what's past is past.
That's what's significant about the passage of time.
Well, as we've said so many times with our annoying, non-events that we have so much going on today, I think we should get into the stories.
Me too. Let's start stew.
So, not stew, beef stew. Do you want a beef stew while you're here? Should I order beef chunks?
I don't.
Well, anything else you want to request? Because I have to get the meat,
Just have meat, for when I decide what I want. Like asking me what I want today for tomorrow is fruitless.
No, but what are in general, what are you craving?
Seriously, all I eat is pizza. Like frozen pizza, pizza bagels, pizza from the street. Like I'm running on pizza.
But is that because it's what you're craving, or it's just easy and filling?
It's easy,
and it's not gross.
It's got cheese.
Yeah,
so it's like protein. It's like a salad.
It doesn't gross you out.
Yeah. It's not necessarily what I'm in the mood for.
Okay, well, you could take a look at the recipe book and pick out your menu items.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did a whole recap. Yesterday I saw Mark
Schoenwetter. You have a lot of Marks in your life. If you know, you know.
I do. No, I saw the only Mark in my life. It was Mark Schoenwetter. For those who don't know, 3 years ago, this girl from my high school texted me. We kept in touch, and she runs a production company. She's I'm putting together this video series where I'm pairing celebrities, influencers with different Holocaust survivors to make a video that will share each day of Hanukkah. It'll be a different celeb. And I was like, duh, love. She introduced me to who I would be speaking with. His name was Mark, and we met at a studio downtown, and I interviewed him. And let me tell you, I fell in love with him from the minute I met him, and we've become best friends ever since. Also with his family. He has 2 daughters and a ton of grandkids who are toasters and college age. So we love. And he's from New Jersey, and we're literally best friends. We talk all the time. And now we started to do that video every year. The series no longer exists. Just me and Mark, it's kind of become a Hanukkah staple, and everybody really looks forward. And every year when we release a video, we raise money for his foundation. He has a foundation called the Mark Schoenwetter Holocaust Education Foundation, where they give grants. Any teacher, if you're a teacher, you can go on his website, apply. Because there's no Holocaust curriculum, and public schools don't have funding for textbooks or anything. So they give out grants. People will apply, and they choose people to give grants for buses to museums,
Holocaust education,
Holocaust education, and it's really, really powerful. And I know so many toasters who are teachers have applied, and some of them have even gotten the grants. And so it's a small foundation, but we're getting bigger. And every year we raise money.
Small but mighty.
Do our video. Small but mighty. I think we've raised $200,000 in the last couple of years. So we filmed our video, our annual Hanukkah video. We made sufganiyot, which is the traditional Hanukkah treat. It's basically a jelly donut. It's so good. We went to the famous Bread's Bakery and baked them together. And I don't know if I shared just kind of big news with me. I don't know. Did I share this? Mark, actually, his daughters a couple of months ago, they asked me, to be a board member of their organization, which never been on the board of anything before. It felt powerful. I was like, oh, okay, board.
It is.
We have a meeting next week.
It is. They don't ask slobs to be on the board.
No, it's actually really serious.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So when I was sharing that I was with Mark, I wanted to share because so many people were like, oh my God, what was Mark's reaction to your pregnancy? And I actually forgot to share that when Mark found out I was pregnant, he left me a voicemail. And it was seriously, I actually can't even listen to it too many times. It makes me so emotional. It was the sweetest thing ever. And I'm going to play it for everyone.
Oh, yay.
It's too sweet. It's too sweet. Let me get
Claudia and Mark greater than Ben and Alex Gornicelli.
It's not even a comparison. Okay, are you guys ready? Seriously, get your tissues. It's the sweetest thing.
Hi, Claudia. This is Mark Schoenwetter. First of all, and the most important thing, I want to say congratulations. I am so happy to hear that you're going to be a mommy. All the best to you. Hopefully we will see each other soon. And all the best again. Feel well, do things well, and congratulations. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Feel well, do things
well.
Do
things well, bitch, okay?
Yeah,
you know what he's saying.
Of course I do. That's literally some of the best advice I've ever received.
I agree.
It's too much. I love him. So stay tuned for that video. You guys are going to quake when you see what we got into.
Ooh, I'm excited. Well,
have you ever been in the back of a bakery? No.
No?
Let me tell you, Jackie, it's seriously the most amazing place you could ever be. There's just food everywhere. And
is there really?
Yes,
I feel like it's one of those things where it's just there's flour everywhere and
yes, okay, fine.
Not actually edible goods. The edible goods are in the front where you shop.
There's powdered sugar. There's dough. It's seriously a fairyland. And I guess like I know they had to like clean the whole place after I left because I was like putting my finger and everything, being like, yeah, what's this? Like, yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Well, while you wait for that video, enjoy this video, the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
That are brought to you by Color Wow Hair. You guys know Color Wow ever since Chris Appleton, one of their ambassadors, came on our show.
And read us to filth.
Jackie and I looked so ugly. Our hair looked terrible. And like we were so embarrassed. But we have been loyal customers
Claudia,
to Color Wow ever since that day. He recommended a few products for us and I still use them this morning.
I used it this morning. Everything happens for a reason because if we looked like supermodels, he wouldn't have given us that amazing tip and we would have spent the rest of our life looking like slobs.
You've probably heard of their super viral frizz and humidity fighter Dream Coat. One sells every 5 seconds. They've really done it again with their new product Money Mist. I don't want to just zoom past the Dream Coat. Changed my at-home blowouts. I barely get blowouts in a salon anymore. Like having the right products is huge. Their blowout spray is amazing. Their shine spray, put that on at the end, give a little extra glow. So Chris Appleton is their celebrity hairstylist and their ambassador. And Money Mist is a light ultra luxe leave-in treatment for all hair types, especially for dry damaged hair that strengthens, hydrates, and detangles. And even if you don't suffer from dry hair, which I don't, in the winter, I get like crusty hair. So doing like a leave-in treatment is so helpful and it's just like easy way to take care of your hair. It has heat protector built in and it'll give you a glossy, expensive looking result. So go to colorwowhair.com/toast and use our code TOAST for 20% off all products. This is probably like a code of ours that I use the most because I'm like constantly, the 3 products that I really swear by are like year round. The Dream Coat, the blowout spray, both before my blowouts, and then the shine spray at the end. And I've recently gotten into the Money Mist because winter is like really not a great
I've got Money Mist in my hair right now.
So check out code TOAST for 20% off all products. Today's episode is also brought to you by Taylor Farms. Taylor Farms chopped salad kits deliver the freshest, best tasting salads to eat at home or on the go. Taylor Farms is a family-owned company. They're on a mission to create healthy lives through fresh, delicious food. And their chopped salad kits defy boring in every bag, with over 30 flavors and even mini salad bags. Each of their bases is a unique blend of fresh greens and veggies created to perfectly complement the toppings and dressings to deliver the best tasting, flavor-forward salad kits. Dressings and toppings are packed independently to make it easy to tailor to your tastes, and you can use as much or as little as you'd like. That's what I like. Like I'm so specific, especially about salad. So the fact that like all the toppings and the dressings come like in separate little packages, like you can do all the croutons and maybe like half the dressing. You guys know I don't do dressing, so I like that you can really customize it. Their flavors are really good. The Caesar is like my favorite type of salad, period. So I generally go for that. Great for a gal on the go. Always having them in your house. You can literally eat them out of the bag. They're pre-washed, which is huge, pre-cut. Because I know we all have preconceived notions about salad in a bag, like it's giving dirty and green. No, not Taylor Farms. Pre-washed, even. So fresh. Like, I'm sorry, I meant brown. But pregnancy brain is actually real, by the way. Having one in your house is fabulous for like a gal on the go, but really like they're fancy too. If you're making a dinner party, like don't make the salad. It's too much work. Like buy a Taylor Farms chopped salad. It's so much easier. You can buy the Taylor Farms chopped salad kits at all major grocery stores. That's the Taylor Farms chopped salad kits. Today's episode is also brought to you by Roback. This holiday season, we have found the perfect gift. It's Roback. They have the coziest layers, softest fabrics, and cutest looks for that everyday casual attire. I'm in the stage of my life where like if it ain't comfy, I'm not wearing it. Like the jeans I wore yesterday were actually made of sweatpant material. Like that's the place that I'm currently at. And Roback is an essential because on the podcast, like I need to be comfortable. Any sort of like tight waistband really makes me feel actually sick, but I need to look pargy for the podcast. Like there's millions of people watching this, and Roback has the best basics, the best sets, their crew necks, their hoodies, their joggers, really like pargy-licious while also being super comfortable. A lot of toasters actually gave me feedback that not to sleep on their kids stuff. They have like matching stuff for like moms, dads, and kids.
Ooh.
And it's so cute, which I love. That's like the cutest gift ever. And the men's stuff, I'm always buying the men's stuff for Ben because it's actually really hard for men to like look put together while also being comfortable. They just end up like looking like slobs, like go back to sleep. So the Tempo hoodie and jogger set is one of their best sellers. It's the softest set that I own. It's really amazing. The joggers are the perfect length, so they hit you right at the ankle. So you have that really tailored look without looking like a slob, but you still are really comfortable. It's just great if you're like cooking up a chili too. Like that's so the vibe. Also, the Clarity hoodie and jogger set is a huge bestseller of theirs. It's a cotton poly blend, really soft. It's a cropped hoodie, so it's like cute and tailored and like stylish. And the joggers have a really comfortable mid-rise fit. So if you haven't already, it's time to try Roback. Use our code TOAST at roback.com for 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's RHOBACK.com. 20% off hoodies, joggers, fleeces, and more with code TOAST.
Thank you, Turdback.
What can I say?
Our first story, a little social media drama. Matty Healy stepped in it by going to Twitter war with Azealia Banks. So after a heated social media exchange between Matty Healy and Azealia Banks, he says he'll stick to music. He said, guys, I don't have the right kind of intelligence / emotional maturity, etc. for social media. I literally just end up saying stuff that I immediately regret, etc. I'm actually just going to stick to music because I'm good at that. Having manic episodes on Twitter at 35 is kind of pathetic. So this started because Azealia Banks called out Charlie XCX, who is engaged to his bandmate. I didn't know that. And George. I also know that she's friends with Matty's fiance. Good friends.
Yeah, no, it's like a 1975, like, you
circle
know,
jerk.
groupie type of thing.
Yeah.
So I knew that. So him defending her wasn't shocking to me. But Azealia, like, you know, she likes to take swings at people who literally aren't even like talking to her. And so she did that. And I think most of the time she expects nobody to respond. But somebody major responding. And she took the opportunity to eviscerate this man. And seriously, I think Taylor Swift is going to send her flowers. Like, she came for his teeth, his music, his life, his family, his fiance. Like,
what he first said, because she was like talking about Charlie XCX looks, and he said, Azealia, you seem to have a blind spot when it comes to your reads. All the women you attack seem to be culturally relevant, attractive, divisive, and nice people. Divisive confused me.
It confused him too because he used the wrong word.
Okay, cool. He said, I think this makes you jealous because you're so talented, but everything else about you is a failure. Just rap, bro.
So he was defending his friend, and he also, like, in turn, like, he also then attacked back, which I think was his first mistake because, like, he awoke the beast of Azealia. And she then went on to, like, berate him. And that's why the tweet you just read, he was like, listen, never mind.
Yeah, no, he regrets having started with her because she ate him alive.
She ate him up.
Yeah, there are so many tweets. She talks about his fiance, Gabriette. He said, the bitch looks like Frankenstein to me. You both look like you share needles, LMAO. Then she also went in, she did a whole dissertation on his teeth and like gingivitis and dental health. And then she also threatened to sue Healy and leaked DMs in which she apologized to her. She concluded by attacking Matty Healy for, quote, getting fined $4 million for kissing a man on stage in Malaysia, doing a Nazi salute, watching violent porn, being a heroin addict, writing shitty songs, randomly attacking black women, and capping for trash white bitches. Who's that? Is that?
Lying for trash white bitches. I mean,
capping is lying.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Like, no cap. I'm not lying.
Oh, but he was capping.
He was capping. I don't know what all of this is referring to. All I know is, like, if I ever end up in a place where Azealia Banks is ever talking about me on her social media, like, actually take me out back and shoot me. I couldn't handle it. Like, Azealia Banks, I love you. I respect you. I bow down. Please never. May this type of beef never find me.
Yeah, it's so true. So he's excluding himself from this narrative, one in which he actually started.
But at the end of the day, like, I can't fault him for just wanting to defend his friend. Like, this is his friend's fiance. I'm sure they know each other really well, him and Charlie. His mistake was also, like, retaliating and trying to, like, you know, take digs at Azealia, calling her, like, not relevant and, you know.
Yeah, a failure.
She only comes for beautiful women. Yeah. So that was a mistake. Maybe she wouldn't have, like, came for him so hard if he just was defending his
if he was
friend.
just like, I think Charlie XCX is a beautiful woman, never looked better.
Right. Like, it's... And anyone who falls in the crosshairs of Azealia Banks, like, has my utmost sympathy. Matty Healy is not like a sympathetic person.
Right.
I just, like, I have a hard time feeling bad for him. So just, like, sorry.
Yeah, but
like, SRY, that sucks.
I don't know if Azealia and Lurd are going to be exchanging pleasantries. Like, even though technically, like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics at play here.
Yeah. So, that was a lot.
Yeah, Azealia Banks is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I feel as though she speaks the truth a lot. Like, she has been at the center of a lot of, I mean, Elon and Grimes, like, that was literally her. She was the one, like, living with them, right?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like, even though she isn't really, like, not to sound like Matty Healy, she's not, like, super relevant in terms of, like, music making. I feel like she gets, like, into rooms that other people aren't in, and then she, like, literally blows up the room.
Yeah.
She's so interesting.
She's an interesting cat.
I wonder why nobody has done, like, a full feature on Azealia Banks. Like, she actually moves the needle culturally.
Yeah. Maybe that's coming. Maybe after Aaron
Rodgers. Like a paper magazine type or interview mag, you know, like those sort of artsy ones.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they have, but are you reading Interview Mag?
No, but there would be big headlines.
Yeah.
Like, and especially because they always have other celebrities do it. It would be like Azealia Banks by Grimes.
Right. And she's so quotable.
She is. No, her reads are like
Matty Healy calling his dentist today.
They're expert level reads. Like, seriously, they're very eloquent. They're not the typical, like, yet ugly. No, they're deep cuts. Seriously, it's an art the way she does it. It's quite beautiful when it's not you.
Yeah, agreed.
And please, God, may it never be me.
Well, our next story, speaking of the Lurd universe, the Lurdiverse. Actually, I guess now Lurd and Turd, we're getting very close.
Perfect.
But Amy Adams is reacting to a petition that would cast her as Taylor Swift's publicist in a biopic. So if the Swifties have anything to say about it, Amy Adams might just have her next role lined up after a fan theorized that Amy would win an Oscar for her portrayal of Taylor Swift's publicist Tree Payne in a potential biopic. The 6-time Academy Award nominee reacted to a petition for the fantasy casting. She said on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. She said that would be amazing. That would be so fun. I mean, if it got me closer to Taylor, then that would be fun.
LOL. That's really funny because Tree Payne is like a, you know, famous redhead. And so when you think of like who would play you in a film, there's only a handful of people, Isla Fisher and Amy Adams and Jessica Chastain. But I guess the Swifties have chosen Amy Adams. I have no problem with this.
Yeah, I've never really looked at a lot of pics of Tree Payne. I didn't even realize she's one of
beautiful.
Us. She's a redhead.
Yeah. She's also like a tall, slender, she looks like a model. Like, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
When she is in these rooms, I bet some people think she's famous. Like, that's how pretty she is.
How did her and Lurd
look like
how did they meet?
You know what? I actually don't know, but there is a point in Taylor's career where Tree Payne enters and everything changes. Like, there was such a shift in, and Tree is really responsible for the whole, you know, Easter egg universe, the mystery. Like, that's
Taylor
all
Nation.
Tree. Yeah, that's all Tree. So I actually would love a movie or like some sort of documentary. It couldn't happen now. It would need to happen like in 100 years. But it is really interesting. Like, she's very smart and she doesn't have other clients. Like, she's not a publicist. Even the biggest celebrities, they all share a couple of the same publicists. Tree Payne exclusively works for Taylor. I would love to know how much she gets paid. It's at least $1 million a year. Like, she doesn't do any other work. Like, Tree is for Taylor and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is very uncommon for a publicist.
Yeah.
You get paid monthly by like a bunch of different people.
Right. I think she makes a lot more than that.
You think she makes more than $1 million?
100%.
How much you think? 5? 10?
10.
Because she's obviously a publicist, so she handles all of Taylor's like media relations. But she's also like an advisor to Taylor. I think Taylor like trusts her strategy. Like,
how much would you pay a C-suite executive?
Right.
Of a billion-dollar
company. Yeah, it's actually so true. You pay them like $60 million a year.
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Yeah.
Or is it like a typical publicist retainer?
Hell no.
They get paid. No, but maybe like, you know, you get paid per month. That's how publicists work. And most celebrity publicists, I feel like, are between like $8,000 and $12,000 a month. Maybe Tree's getting $100K a month.
Oh, sure. I don't know what the payout, like what her billing cycle looks like.
Right.
If she's on salary or if she's a contractor.
Do you think she has health insurance with Taylor? Like things like that?
Great question.
No, I'm sure she has her own company with like staff that like, I don't know.
This is what the biopic would dig into. What's the health insurance policy?
And I love that Amy Adams is game.
Yeah. Cute. Maybe one day. That is how things start sometimes, like as like an internet joke.
But I wouldn't find it, I would find it hard to believe if they released it now. Like,
and also I feel like no one's writing up Tree Payne's biopic. Like, she would have to write a memoir or something, like Memoirs of a Tree.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Right, and then that could be adapted. I just don't think like someone's going to go start like shadowing Tree. That's not going to happen.
I would also love to know what Tree's career was like prior to working with Taylor. Like, how do you even get on the desk of Taylor Swift?
Maybe she was working for a publicist firm on Taylor's account and then went in-house.
She has been the exclusive publicist of Taylor Swift since 2014. She went to the University of Southern California and she was a Pi Beta Phi sorority. So she began her career as an intern. Oh, I guess she worked all in music. She worked at a British label. Then she worked as a marketing manager at a different label and then an executive assistant at A&R. And then Yeah.
What was her last job before Lurd?
In 1995, she joined Interscope Records as a West Coast marketing and artist development rep. She worked with No Doubt, Nine Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson, etc. Then she left to start her own street marketing company, retaining Bonnie Raitt as her first ever client, the country star. Like, she's like an old school country swirly, Bonnie Raitt. She has big red hair. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Over the years, her client roster grew to include labels like Warner Records, Capitol Records, London Recordings, 143 Recordings. In 99, she merged her company with Immortal Records and created IR Street Marketing. She then took a position at WME in Beverly Hills, where she met Gail Holcomb, the vice chairman of the ACMs. Okay. So then she began getting hired by the ACMs in 2002 to oversee media, radio, marketing, and the Academy. 2007, she joined Warner Music Nashville. Oh, okay, this was her last job.
Okay.
She joined Warner Music Nashville as VP for Publicity. In 2013, she was promoted to Senior Vice President of Publicity. She oversaw all publicity for Warner Music Group's country and Christian divisions.
So it was the publicity.
Then, in 2014, Payne announced that she was leaving Warner Music, starting her own firm, Premium PR. Her first and only client was Taylor Swift.
The rest is history.
Whose prior publicist, who she had worked with for 7 years. Taylor's prior publicist was named Paula Erickson. She resigned. So all good.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
That is so interesting.
Not to spoil the biopic or the memoir, but there you go. There you have it.
So she's really she kind of reminds me a lot of Bose from Real Housewives, like really climbing the corporate ladder. Became the VP of Warner Music, and that's where she met Taylor.
She doesn't remind me of her at all, but...
Why? She had like a million jobs at like high profile companies.
Yeah.
And she was probably like extremely well paid as the head of
How old is she? She doesn't
that's a good question.
look as old as her resume.
She was, where's her birthday?
Maybe
1971. Oh, but this is weird. Have you ever seen this? Tree Payne, born 1971 or 1972.
I love that for her. Keep them guessing.
So she's in her 40s.
Our age is too available.
Thank you. She's 53. Never mind.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She looks amazing.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story?
Mm-hmm.
Meghan and Harry. There's a lot of rumors swirling about Meghan and Harry. They've been at separate events, and Harry is addressing the divorce rumors, like sort of, in New York City. But she was supporting Tyler Perry at an LA event this week, and he was in New York. They posted that video a while ago, but there's been a lot of like divorce rumors about them.
But there always is. I never take them seriously.
Yeah. Not that this feels different, and I also feel like even if they are going to get divorced, like they won't.
No, although I do want to say I do ship Meghan and Tyler Perry. He was so there for her in her time of need with his $1 billion homes. And I think that she would be really happy. But I agree. I happen to think that a lot of the divorce rumors are overblown. But of course, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. But even if there was like an issue in their marriage, like I don't think it would be wise for their businesses, but also for like their own psyche to ever really admit to the public that it didn't work out.
No two people are more bound to each other than these two.
Bound for life.
So he dispelled divorce rumors while speaking in New York. He said, apparently we've bought or moved houses 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So it's just like, what? He went on to say that he feels sorry for internet trolls who look for ways to tear down the pair. He said it's hard to...
Oh, don't be sorry. We're having so much fun. Don't feel bad for us. We might not have palaces but we are having a good time.
We are having fun. I don't know that that he's having fun. I feel like she's having fun. She's at an event. That's super fun.
Yeah, no, she's with her boyfriend, Tyler Perry.
I don't think he's having fun getting tattoos with Jelly Roll.
No.
He said it's hard to keep up with, but that's why you just sort of ignore it. Their hopes are just built, and it's like, yes, and then it doesn't happen. So I feel sorry for them. I genuinely do. I just want to say, I do not want them to get divorced at all. That would be the craziest thing. Not good. I wouldn't want that. I hope that they're really happy together, for everything that they,
of course,
for everything that they, risked. I hope it worked out. I want a happy ending for these two. And I also want her fucking cooking show is what I want.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't know if Tyler Perry was single, but apparently he's been single since 2020.
Interesting. Right around the time he met Meghan.
Literally.
She Mexited it in 2020. Then
she Mexited right into his heart. Yeah, the thing is we could project and, guess all we want about these two, but you're right in that they have far too much to lose. Business-wise, pride-wise, like
not
a million
even
things.
Pride.
They could never. So who knows what the hell's going on inside that house?
Yeah, but they really they're not together publicly like that much, considering
a lot.
They are public figures and that's the job.
Yeah,
because you could always,
but they're not public a lot, period.
But you could always say, you never know what goes on inside. People don't have to be together, whatever, because I do believe that. But they're literally like a famous couple.
Throughout history, actually.
They are famous. They're famous for being a couple.
Yeah.
So the long distances where we don't see them together and they're not they used to be side by side, never without the other, which also, it's good to have space. I don't know. And I imagine it's a hard time for them. They're sort of finding their feet in this big new world.
I think that there was a time where, yes, they were a famous couple and they were but I think their life has changed so much and they've actually set it up intentionally that they're not photographed as much as they once were. Every outing when they were royals was an official outing. So there was a million pictures of them. I think they have kind of designed their life to have less public appearances, but you're right in the sense that the last couple of times we've seen both of them, it has been individually.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying about her and Tyler Perry, and no, there's
chemistry there for sure, and you're always gonna feel warm towards the person who rescued you. It's kind of the damsel in distress trope.
100%. Okay, keeping an eye out.
Something to think about
for sure. Are you ready for our next story?
Yes. Oh no, sorry. Oh my god.
Oh
my God, I'm seriously, I'm not okay. Is it our next story that's brought to you by State Farm?
It is.
Today's episode of The Toast is supported by State Farm. We know the Toasters agree. Nothing feels better than a personal win, like when you get your final piece of furniture delivered, you hit a new personal record in a workout, whatever you define as a personal win. So perhaps you're a toaster, you managed to stop for a much needed iced coffee but still made it to work on time, or you were late and nobody noticed. Perhaps you found a new pair of jeans that finally fit perfectly. You fit into an old pair of jeans that you haven't fit into from high school. Whatever it is that you define as a win, it calls for celebration, and who's cheering right beside you? State Farm. Because with the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you can create an affordable price just for you when you're bundling home and auto. So celebrate by breaking out the confetti and those happy dance moves. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. And I feel like State Farm kind of hired us because there are constantly rumors being spread about State Farm and Jake specifically from State Farm, whether or not they are there, similar to how a good neighbor would be there for you. And they wanted us to come on here, set the record straight. They officially want everybody to know, they are there like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. And they did, and I'm not making this up, they requested that just Claudia sings their classic line back and forth. It says, now just Claudia sings, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Talk to a State Farm agent today. You can learn how to bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state. Today's episode is also brought to you by Manscaped. Ladies, this holiday season is sneaking up faster than your fourth cup of peppermint mocha, and if you're still debating what to get your guy, we've got the perfect gift. Forget the cliche gifts like socks or an ugly sweater. Get him something he'll actually love and use. The Chairman Pro. It's an electric foil shaver from Manscaped. It's like the Rudolph of grooming, guiding him to the smoothest, irritation-free shave of his life. Trust us, he'll look so good that you'll be taking the credit at every single holiday party. So the Chairman Pro has not one but two interchangeable skin-safe blade heads. Think of them as his grooming superheroes. The skin safe 4-blade foil for when he wants that baby's bottom smooth look, and the skin safe stubble trimmer when he wants to keep some stubble but clean it up a little bit. Both would keep him looking sharp while minimizing razor burn and irritation. Nobody wants to show up to the holiday party looking like they just lost a fight with a Christmas tree. But there's more. The Chairman Pro also has a flex adjust technology, which is basically like the holiday miracle of his grooming routine. It's like Santa's elves made it just for him. The blades and pivoting head adjust to every curve of his face and is gentle on the neck area as if they had the gift of foresight. So go ahead, kiss that awkward jawline patch goodbye. There's no more pretending that it doesn't exist while you hope nobody notices it under the mistletoe. They have great products all over Manscaped. The Chairman Pro is their newest and I think most popular one. It's waterproof. He can use it in the shower. But it's also just really fabulous to shop on Manscaped for any of the grooming needs for the people in your life. So gift your man with the ultimate grooming experience by Manscaped and get him the Chairman Pro package for the holidays. It's a thoughtful and practical gift that'll actually use and love. And you can get 20% off and free shipping with code TOAST at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code TOAST at manscaped.com. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Saks.com, the premier digital platform for luxury fashion. With the holidays right around the corner, Saks is making it easy to find the perfect gift for even the pickiest of people on your list, including yourself, with an expertly curated assortment of fashion. So whether you're shopping for that hard-to-please family member, someone that seems to have everything, or even your ultra-stylish bestie, Saks.com has you covered with the most versatile selection of fashion, beauty, home decor, and so much more. They also have amazing gift guides at Saks.com to help you find a little inspiration if you're looking for a gift for a friend, gifts for him, gifts for kids. They have really great guided holiday gift guides that just make it so easy because it can be really overwhelming. Like they make it really easy during the holiday seasons. Like if you're looking for especially like beauty gifts, they'll recommend like the La Mer lip volumizer, lip gloss.
If you need some La Mer in your life for yourself or a loved one, and gift it.
Or the Dior Lip Glow Oil Color Reviver, Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Wand, like internet favorite, cult favorite, really high quality product. But they also have fabulous like fashion, high designer, sexy, trendy, chic, like Canada Goose, Prada. They have the Prada brushed leather monolith loafers, Marc Jacobs leather mini bag. So gift giving isn't everyone's love language, and that's totally fine. And Saks.com has got you covered this holiday season to be the best gift giver and find gifts guaranteed to bring joy for every hard to shop for person this season. Let's make this holiday season memorable for you and your loved ones at Saks.com. That's SAKS.com. You know Saks, you love Saks. It's the perfect time to be shopping there.
For the record, gift giving is my love language, and Saks.com.
You're actually very good.
Saks.com has everything that I would want. Everything. It's always going to be a safe choice. Beautiful. Our next story, Carrie Underwood will headline the 2025 New Year's Rockin' Eve with host Ryan Seacrest on ABC.
Well, that's crazy because I feel like there are currently really two big New Year's Eve bashes. Dick's Rockin'
This is
Dick and
Dick's.
Clark. Yeah, but also Nashville, the big country one, that's like really been coming up recently. And it's CBS, I think. And I feel like the last couple of years, we've literally toggled between both channels. So for Carrie to kind of take a stand, not with country, it's very interesting. Well, you know she's an NBC swirly with that.
ABC. This is
never mind.
ABC. And also she's doing American Idol. And it's like, she could be just another country singer, or she could join like the nation, be the face of like the nationwide program. Like she's kind of stepping on up.
Elevated past it.
Yeah. She said, bye, losers. I'm going to New York.
She's taking like mainstream. I forgot that she's a judge on American Idol coming up.
Yeah, she'll take the stage in New York City's Times Square to ring in 2025 on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest on ABC. In addition, other performers include Megan Maroney, British singer-songwriter Sophie Ellis-Bextor, while multi-hyphenate Diana Torres will return as a co-host in Puerto Rico. So it'll be a global affair.
A global affair. Cool. Did you see Kelly Clarkson last night hosting the Rockefeller Center?
No, I was reading
Tree lighting?
Shred Sisters.
I recorded it, so because like I literally want to watch it, but I was out. I heard she crushed it.
Of course she did. A consummate professional.
NBC is actually, I would say, the best network when it comes to finding talent and like really fostering. Like this is, I think, the second year Kelly's done it. She's obviously a huge part of the NBC family with her show. And then the OGs were, of course, there. Like I saw Hoda and Savannah.
Oh, I saw they were
NBC
celebrating their last one together.
Oh, yeah.
It was bittersweet.
That is sad. The same for the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
That was Hoda's last soiree.
Damn.
And the year is ending, which means so is Hoda's contract. Like it's coming.
Yeah, and Jenna and Friends.
Yeah.
Jenna and Friends.
Well, it's great to see big talent at Dick's Rockin'.
I like this. I think this is a strong choice.
Same. Although the other headliners, the other performers, like it was lackluster.
Maybe more.
And I feel like it's usually
maybe more will be announced, and also Carrie's going to be singing.
What do young people watch? Like I remember when we were growing up, like it was Dick Clark. Like seriously, it was only one channel.
Young people like Gen Z.
Yeah, like are they not watching cable?
They're out at a party, I think.
No, but still, even like when we were kids, before we were out at a party, what were we watching?
Before we were out, okay, so like when we're watching ABC, Dick Clark.
So what are those kids today watching?
I think Dick Clark, because it's what their parents are putting on, right?
I feel, I guess, but I feel like like TikTok does like live streams, like they do live at the Oscars. They go live everywhere, and they have like their talent hosts. I feel like that's what a lot of people watch.
The idea of ringing in the new year, like looking at your phone, just seriously makes me sad.
It's horrible.
Turn on the TV.
Depressing. And there's always CNN, Andy.
There's always CNN.
And that's like a very I feel niche. Like, I don't think they have the biggest numbers, but
But they've got
They
spirit.
always make a lot of news. Yeah. And I think they're bringing alcohol back this year.
Yeah. Or they're taking it away.
No, they took it away last year, and like it was funny, but not sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they've been given the green light to bring it back.
Okay, cool.
Prohibition is over.
So yeah, well, I'll watch a bit of it each. I'll watch Carrie. I'll watch Nashville, depending on commercials.
I probably won't watch CNN, but I will watch the clips. Like Andy always goes viral when he called Ryan Seacrest a loser.
Yeah.
That's when the alcohol was banned after that, which I feel, but it was funny.
Right. Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Bidding is such sweet sorrow.
Pete Davidson divulges how much SNL cast members are paid, and it's less than you think. So in a recent video roundup for New York Magazine, Pete Davidson and SNL co-stars, past and present, a bunch of cast members through the years,
I saw it was cute.
were asked, like, what was your biggest splurge after your first SNL paycheck? So a lot of people answered the question with their answers, which we'll get to. But he said, do you guys want to know what they pay us? He said, do you guys know what they pay us? It's like $3,000 an episode. I think I got dinner. So by his math, a cast member would make about $54,000 to $66,000 per year, because just remember, it's not.
Yeah, I was just going to Google how many episodes they do.
It's not, every single week. It's, so, but then also it's a platform, you got other jobs. So that's not like the only thing that you're doing. But after your first big paycheck, like you're not really, going and buying a Birkin. A lot of people, weirdly, a lot of cast members answered that they bought a couch.
That's funny.
Paid rent. Julia Louis-Dreyfus bought a pair of shoes.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. That's the starting salary, right? Like Keenan is getting what? 10, 20?
Yeah, and also the people who are like writers and producers, like Colin Jost.
Right, he wears many hats. He's like obviously paid as a cast member. He's on the show, but he writes a lot of the sketches. Is he head writer?
Something.
So yeah, I feel like if you're a writer, you actually are on salary.
Right, and the question is with your first paycheck. So that's your starting first lowest paycheck you're gonna get. It's about $3,000.
I feel like it has to be a little bit more if you're like I think of like a Bowen Yang, because Bowen Yang, he has a podcast, but he had said with Wicked, you are not allowed to take on other projects while SNL is currently on air. Like you are, and Ariana called Lorne Michaels and was like, listen, please. And like that, I guess they have like a special relationship, Bowen was saying, and he got special permission. But for the most part, like however many weeks it is a year, like you are barred from working on anything else.
Yeah. Well, no, but I think Bowen's first season, he made the standard starting entry salary. Yes. But then it's like where you are worth more, perhaps. Right. Everyone has different teams and negotiations.
Yeah. I never thought of SNL as like a really high paying job.
No.
I feel like it's one of those jobs. I forget whose book. Oh, it was Keenan's book, where obviously when he got SNL, it was like the craziest thing that ever happened to him. And that first like year or two, it was like, it's not like fun. And he was also struggling to like stand out. Like he wasn't writing good sketches. None of them were getting picked up. But yeah, it's a dream job, especially for anyone comedy. But I feel like
it's not like, the riches.
Glamorous. Yeah, and it's not glamorous. It's like 6 days in a row you don't go home. You're up until 4 a.m. Like it's like gritty.
It's a grind. You're grinding.
Yeah.
But it opens
the fact that
you
they're
up.
not paid well doesn't surprise me.
These people become movie stars, TV stars.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
No, actually. Like there's a lot of people who have come from SNL, but you think about how many castmates there have been, it's not a guarantee.
No, it's nothing. Nothing in life is guaranteed, Turdy. But like every time you watch any comedy movie, like all the second and third actors are from SNL. Like you could get yourself in a movie unless everybody hates you. In which case,
it's true,
work on yourself.
It's go to therapy, yeah.
So, interesting factoid.
Yeah, I thought that, what is it, New York or New Yorker magazine?
It was New York Magazine.
I thought it was cute. I don't know what the occasion was, but they got together.
I feel like they keep celebrating an SNL anniversary, like SNL 50 or 40.
It's 50 this year. I remember SNL 40. They had that big star-studded party.
Yes, so that was 10 years ago. Why would we remember it so clearly? I feel like there was something much more recent. Maybe it was 45.
No, I think they really only celebrate decades. That would be crazy if they're celebrating every 5 years.
So in 2014, we weren't even doing the show. Why would I remember so clearly a party?
I remember, though, SNL 40, like 100%.
What was happening?
Everyone was there. Adam Sandler. And I think that was maybe one of the first times I realized how many famous people I know because they started on SNL. Like, I was shocked at, and like Molly Shannon, like how every single funny person got their start.
Even this one, I didn't realize Jason Sudeikis was on SNL.
I did. But he's done so much since then that he has eclipsed. Sometimes people never, they go on to be famous, but they're always known for what they did on SNL.
Yeah, I feel like Molly Shannon's like that in a good, but even like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler couldn't be more successful. Like they're so SNL to me.
Kristen Wiig.
And I guess because they also like still are always swimming in that pool, whereas Jason Sudeikis is in other pools now.
Right, like Chris Rock was.
Yeah, that's one I don't think about.
Adam Sandler, of course.
No, I don't think about.
Jimmy Fallon. Seth Meyers.
See, I don't know.
I think on Seth Meyers. Actually, don't quote me on that.
There's a lot, like most of the time and a lot of the time, like you can have big success. So
yeah, he was. Oh yeah, he did.
Gotta grind.
Weekend Update.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
All right, now of course I'm doing famous SNL actors.
I'm sure
Will Ferrell.
That he's so SNL, even though he's also
Maya Rudolph.
So SNL.
Oh, Mike Myers.
Pretty SNL. That's like Wayne's World,
pretty
right?
SNL. Yeah, Bill Murray.
From Groundhog's Day?
Yes.
Not so SNL, but I mean
Groundhog's Day, yeah.
Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Caddyshack.
Fred Armisen and Andy Samberg. Classic.
Andy Samberg is SNL.
Cecily Strong is SNL, but she also, besides the Triscuit commercials, really didn't do much after leaving.
But like if she wants a small role in a movie, she's got it.
1000%. Molly Shannon. Oh, Tracy Morgan.
Pretty SNL, but eclipsed. But I guess
he's
Tina
not
Fey.
SNL because he's TGS.
Yeah, he's the girly show.
Julia Louis.
This is TGS.
TGSS, the girly swirly show. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I knew that before I read about the shoes right now.
I don't know if I knew that either.
Yeah, because
I think it's Seinfeld. And that's pretty much it for No, it says Robert Downey Jr.
No,
that's wrong. Yes, even cast members who didn't have a memorable run on SNL have gone on to great. Yeah, some people like flop and get fired after a couple of seasons. Like, yeah,
but they can still have greatness thrust upon them.
Ben Stiller, I guess he was like not great on it, so people don't know him from that. But he's also an Nepo baby.
Interesting.
This is like if you go down, it's like an interesting rabbit hole.
It is. Even like modern.
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, even modern people who like were on 5 years ago, if they've done something bigger, I kind of forget. Like,
yeah, but there's also we're still like we're like waiting to see a little bit. Like, what is Kate McKinnon going to do?
Yeah.
Of course, Martin Short. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Short-lived. He only appeared on the show from 85 to 86, one season. He has continued to consistently work after that, starring in different films.
I think you could say
so
he's
crazy.
consistently working. Yeah.
I think you could say that for sure. Same with Ben Stiller. I guess he like kind of flopped. Of course, Chris Farley.
Of course.
And Sarah Silverman. Oh, she was only on for one season too. She shit the bed. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
She only spent one season.
Well,
it's also interesting to know like certain movies like or comedy like concepts were born on SNL.
Like Superstar.
Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Superstar.
We love that
Wayne's
movie growing up. I had
World.
no idea. Yes, I had no idea Mary Catherine Gallagher was an SNL bit turned into a movie.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes sense why Will Ferrell was in it. It's such a good movie.
So good.
Superstar. All right, that's our show, you guys. Tomorrow we'll be together, everyone. So we'll see you then. Thank you so much for listening to The Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So we're watching us on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Video, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are.
Love ya. Bye.